a special program in living color on NBC.
Hey everyone, just for something different, I'm going to show you some of the real-life shooting locations for the movie Last Night in Soho. Now, I recorded all of this back when me and my fiance first saw it on the night it came out. And if you haven't seen it, go see it, or rent it. I don't know. I don't even know if it's in theaters anymore. It's a great movie. Definitely go see it. Anyway, enjoy the film, and also enjoy what I'm about to show you.
Now, one of the film's top shooting locations is a pub, which, when Eloise's character is recording a conversation between herself and another character, you can clearly see that the phone is marking her location as 19 Carlisle Street in London. So, quick look. Here we are. And there it is next to Soho Square. Now that place actually exists as a place known as the Toucan. And of course we have this really great shot right in front of with a van right in front of the pub, so we don't get as good a shot as we would like. But that's a good look of it. Oh, let's try this again. From what I understand, this is one of the busiest downtown bars in the Soho district, which, according to what I read, is a really poppin' area at most times. It's been said that London can't say that it's the city that never sleeps, but that Soho comes pretty close to being able to have that nickname, because it's constantly going, constantly popping. Just to give an idea of how old this place is, the square that we're looking at right here, Soho Park, was actually laid down in the 1680s, according to what I have read. So one of the other principal, in fact, probably the principal location where a lot of crucial scenes take place is 8 Goodge Place. It's a location that Eloise rents from a very special character, as we come to find out. Now, this is what 8 Goodge Place looks like. So I believe this may be a mistaken address, because I do recognize some of the places across the street there, and I'll get into that in just a second. As we can see here, we can see that a lot of these buildings kind of match the look of the 8 Goodge Place that we see in the film. In fact, right up here is what I believe they used as the filming location, that building right there in the center. And it appears to be some kind of restaurant. This right here, I recognize that. But yeah, this one in the center, I believe, is what was used as her little place. Now, there may be something further down, but I'm not entirely sure, because Goodge Place, where were we? Yeah, right here. And it's right there. And it goes just on that little catty corner area. So I'm really thinking that our friend Eloise rented that place in the center above Al Dente. But there again, I just saw the film last night, me and my wife did, So I can't really recall exactly where the building might be, but I do know that it was on a corner over a French cafe. So that quite possibly is it. But then again, it may also be right here. Hey, let's go up a little bit. I can't quite tell what's going on up there. Yeah, Last Night in Soho was really a fantastic film. Me and my wife were both very impressed with it. The methodology behind it, behind a lot of the scenes that were shot, even down to Thomasin McKenzie's ability to really pinpoint the northern accent. You know, her character comes from Cornwall, which is in the north, and you know, up there you really don't have your exact English accent. It's kind of according to my Yankee ear, it kind of comes off as a mix between English and Irish. And Thomasin herself is from New Zealand, which, you know, they have a very, very unique accent down there. I when I hear it, I immediately think it bears a strong resemblance to Australian. So I was very impressed that, you know, even though she's just 21 years of age, she was able to replicate a northern accent just, you know, flawlessly, absolutely flawlessly. And of course, Anya Taylor-Joy's acting is, as always, is absolutely on point, just on point as always. I'm not going to give away too much more because without intending to, I could probably give away a lot of it. But there's all I can say is it's one of the best films I've seen in 2021, and that's encompassing. Well, me and my wife, we really haven't gone out much because we're still in the COVID-19 pandemic conditions here. So, you know, there's really there's not a whole lot that I could compare that movie to. It is just exceptionally made, exceptionally acted, exceptionally shot. I really hope that it is nominated and wins awards anywhere, because it truly is an exceptional film. If you go see it yourself, I promise you that you will not be let down. Something interesting that I discovered about the Toucan while I was reading up on shooting locations is that it used to be a Greek club and restaurant, which at one point in time even hosted Jimi Hendrix. Now, one of the other principal locations in this film is the Café de Paris. It opened in 1924 and was one of the few clubs that stayed open during World War II. In fact, it was blown up by a couple of bombs that were that were dropped over London by the Nazis. They ended up going through the roof, down a couple of I'm not sure if they were elevator shafts or dumbwaiter shafts, and went straight down into the basement ballroom, and in fact detonated right in front of the stage, killed 34 people and injured 80. The Café de Paris, was noted for not only having stayed open as long as it did, but it closed actually towards the end of 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. It closed permanently at that point. For logistical reasons, it actually was not used as a filming location itself. So I'm assuming they just didn't have enough room or such as that to film inside of it. They relocated to another theater where they replicated a lot of the interior shots. But for the sake of the outside and just overall principle, that was the
Café de Paris. Well, it's still there. I say was, but it's still there. It's just not open to the public anymore, unfortunately. Now, the Café de Paris was, there I go saying was again. It was quite a popular place for many, many years. I mean, you had all sorts of folks there. I mean, Humphrey Bogart, his wife throughout the 1940s to his end in 1950. Frank Sinatra. Those are just a couple of names that come to mind. And of course, there are many, many others that have graced the place. I think it would be really great to see this place open up again. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous place. And we get a taste of it, just a taste of it, in the movie last night. As evidenced by this shot, you can tell that Soho is an extremely busy part of London. Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful building. And to think that it was destroyed by bombs at one point. After it was bombed, it was reopened in 1948 and closed in December of 2000. I believe it was actually November of 2020. I don't remember the exact month.